Have you ever looked at a floor plan and thought, who designed this, an architect or a cartoonist? This apartment is 80 square meters, but its triangular shape creates some of the strangest rooms we've seen. Today we're turning this awkward layout into a functional home, and you'll be surprised how much potential is hidden in the angles. The apartment has a total area of 80 square meters, and its unusual geometry makes it tricky to organize the space in a practical way. The entire building sits on a triangular plot. Without seeing layouts of the other units, it's hard to comment on the whole arrangement, but it does make you wonder what led to such a peculiar footprint in the first place. Its shape brings to mind the Flatiron Building in New York, except here it's only 4 or 5 stories tall. The internal layout mirrors the odd exterior lines, which leaves many rooms with irregular, hard-to-use shapes. During our research, we came across an alternative floor plan that isn't quite the same as the one provided by the current sellers. It's a reminder of why bringing in a professional surveyor before doing any refurbishment is so important, because this new plan came to light quite late in the process. We'll continue working with the original version. The existing flat contains a corridor running along the back that connects all the rooms, a double bedroom with a built-in storage in the left corner, a larger storage at the top, a bathroom, a smaller bedroom with a squeezed double bed and built-in storage, a kitchen with a sliding door, and a good-sized living room with windows on 2 sides and an old fireplace. You enter from the lobby adjacent to the main staircase. Let's walk to the end through a narrow zigzag corridor. There is a small nook with an external window. The living room is bright and spacious, with a couple of sofa chairs and a sofa facing the fireplace. The fireplace is a lovely feature, though it appears to be blocked and fitted with a fake insert to comply with smoke control regulations that ban burning coal or wood. Still, it's one of our favourite parts of the flat. Let's head back. On the left, the small kitchen gets its light from a single window. In the centre, you have the oven with a fridge freezer on the left and the remaining cabinets to the right. The room is small, and the angled partitions make it feel slightly off. Going back through the narrow corridor toward the entrance, there's a small storage area on the left, and the remaining 3 rooms branch off from here. The smaller bedroom contains a double bed, though it's very tight with no room for bedside tables. It does get a lot of light from the tall window. Opposite, there's built-in storage and a small desk. Moving toward the front of the flat, the bathroom is compact and has a small bathtub. There's no window access, but the size is reasonable. The main bedroom is a comfortable size with a double bed, built-in storage in the corner, and enough circulation space. It also gets good light and has an additional chest of drawers near the entrance. As you can see, the current layout is quite convoluted. We will keep the current living room almost unchanged. The room alone is larger than some of the studio apartments we've seen. You could divide it into 2 rooms, but it would result in another awkward shape and wasted space. And, after all, the best space in the apartment. You don't want to do that. We're also keeping the bedroom and bathroom on the left with only minor tweaks because they already work fairly well in this configuration. In the proposed layouts, the main changes happen in the centre of the flat. The idea is to open or partially open that area and reclaim the circulation space currently taken up by corridors. The simplest redesign without changing the location of the existing spaces would be to remove the kitchen partitions and square the middle bedroom. Doing this creates an open central space and a brighter entrance, since it connects directly to the main lobby. It also provides space for a dining table, which the current layout lacks. The partition between the kitchen and living area could be removed. The middle bedroom becomes more usable once the walls are squared, and the enlarged lobby improves the flow. The bathroom and the bedroom on the left stay almost as they are. Now, instead of entering a narrow corridor, you step into a larger lobby lit by natural light from the open kitchen ahead. To the right is the first bedroom. It's smaller but now properly rectangular. The bathroom and the other bedroom remain barely touched. The kitchen is open and finally has space for a dining table, though the area is still tight and the kitchen itself remains basic. If cooking isn't a priority for you and you don't plan to host dinners, this layout could work. You might even choose a smaller or foldable table. Another option is to shift the kitchen to the opposite side and tuck the smaller table into the corner. This only makes sense if you don't mind people passing along the counter while you cook. If you like a bigger kitchen and a more comfortable dining setup, you can move the dining area into the living room. The space is large enough to handle both without feeling cramped. In this variation, the kitchen becomes noticeably larger, with adequate space for meal preparation. The dining table sits at one end of the existing living room. We only added the table to illustrate the concept. You can add more furniture if needed. Let's explore the second main option: fully opening the flat's central area. In this scenario, the kitchen, dining and living areas are combined into one wide space in the middle. The two bedrooms stay in existing rooms on either side, and the bathroom and built-in storage move only slightly. This new central space is open, bright, and benefits from 3 windows. You could place the living area in the corner and the kitchen in the middle, which creates a smooth circulation route. Or you can flip the layout, placing the kitchen and dining on the left and the living area in the narrower section. If someone needs to walk through while you're watching TV, they'll pass in front of the TV. But with up to 4 people living here, it shouldn't cause much disruption. We tested another option by moving the sofa to the opposite wall. With the TV mounted on the bottom wall, you avoid glare from the windows, and you can add extra storage, which also helps screen off the entrance. The downside is slightly more complicated movement through the space. We moved the dining table to the other side, creating a straightforward layout that allows for expansion of the kitchen if needed. At the entrance, the front storage unit serves as a wardrobe, shoe storage, and a seat, and helps to screen the now open middle of the flat from the external corridor. The bright open kitchen sits immediately to the right and is fully equipped. The dining table now has its own spot near the kitchen. Further in, the sofa and TV occupy the central stretch. All furniture sits along the edges to keep the middle clear, creating a natural walkway that leads toward the main bedroom. The old living room is still an awkward shape, but it actually becomes the most versatile space in the flat. We imagine it as more than a sleep zone, almost a self-contained studio with places to relax, work, and rest. Think of something like Sherlock Holmes's London studio. You can configure it however you like. What does your daily routine involve? Do you need a workspace, somewhere to read or watch TV, or a spot for gaming? For this video, we're keeping it simple. We're keeping the seating by the fireplace. Just note that the fire isn't active. It's a fake insert, as is required in smoke control areas in the UK. The bed is placed at the far end of the room and can be used to visually divide the space. Maybe a desk for working from home or for morning preparation. We added full height storage along one wall, plus open shelving on either side of the fireplace. Inside the master bedroom, the space divides into 2 zones: a day area with seating and shelving on one side, and the sleeping area at the back. A large storage unit runs along the right-hand wall. The narrow corner with a window is perfect for a double bed. You could add a vanity or a workspace. We lowered the ceiling slightly there and added curtains for privacy and to define the zones. It's a generous room that could serve many purposes. You could add another sofa and move the TV here for an entertainment space, or bring in home office desks. In our version, we opted for a quiet seating area by the fireplace. It extends the narrower living space, creating 2 small day rooms. The bathroom has been lightly reworked but sits almost in the same place. What used to be the main bedroom becomes the secondary one. The bed and built-in storage stayed where they were since they functioned well. You could add extra storage along the wall or a desk in the corner if needed. The bathroom and second bedroom remain largely the same. The bathroom got a modest update. The bedroom keeps the same configuration. The double bed still works with the built-in wardrobe in the corner, helping to square up the room. If needed, you can add more storage or a work desk. Transforming a home like this isn't just about fixing awkward rooms or moving a few walls. It's about proving that even the most unconventional layouts can be turned into functional, beautiful spaces with the right vision. Buildings with unusual footprints are often dismissed as unworkable, but rethinking them is far more sustainable than demolishing and rebuilding. Instead of writing off a triangular plan as a problem, we've shown how it can become a strength, with bright new circulation, smarter room proportions and flexibility for different lifestyles. And the best part? These changes don't just improve one flat. They demonstrate how outdated or oddly shaped buildings across our cities can be reimagined rather than replaced. Now, we'd love to hear what you think. Would you keep the living room as one large space or divide it to create an extra bedroom? Could you see the former living room working as a master suite and studio, or would you use it differently? If you enjoy projects that take on unusual layouts and turn constraints into opportunities, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next transformation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.